Hello, and welcome to CopTubeAmerica.com, where we teach you the elements of criminal law. I'd like to thank you, those who are teenagers 13 to 17. We're on this very serious subject, okay? We dealt with a lot of behavior prior to this subject, which is on kidnapping. Now, we're going to slow it down here. There's nothing funny about kidnapping. I don't even think I can talk about kidnapping and have a blast, except for when those who get caught for doing such a heinous, you could say heinous or heinous, depends on what part of the United States, what part of the region you're from, when they commit such a heinous act. Why would you want to take somebody? So foolish. What? Because you can't have nobody. So you guys that are fortunate, that know how to communicate. It's not always about looking good, guys. No, it's not. It's not always about someone having a beautiful face. Kidnapping is a sickness. All right? It has to do with a person feeling lonely, and they're going to force your company. Okay? Look up the definition of kidnapping, because we're going to go like I said, Cop to America is about the elements, and we're going to go into the elements of kidnapping. What acts one commits that will lead to either being arrested and locked away for 15 years upwards to life. And I'm going to tell you right now, the judge do not play with kidnapping, because a kidnapper is like a pedophile. They don't know how to stop. And if a person gets you on kidnapping, they'll kidnap again. That's why you don't play with the kidnapper, or somebody holding somebody hostage, or forcing somebody to stay, or taking somebody from a safe place or where they are and move them to another. Some judges don't even play if you move them an inch. You put them in your car. You force them in your car. Judges don't play. Okay? Cops are there to arrest, but when we get you in front of a judge, you will be done. Don't. There may be, they said this back when I was growing up, that there is at least one kidnapper in every school in the United States. Not high school. No. And there are two in every graduating class in college. What? So be careful. Be careful. Okay? I got some more statistics for you too. Oh, the federal government's officers, beautiful men and women. Oh, they are thinkers. They have studied and studied, same way with psychologists and therapists have studied and known this thing. Somebody in your school is a kidnapper. Let's go right into this. Please have taken your pre-test to see if you know anything about the subject, and then your post-test, your final test after. I'm quite sure you will do well, just fine, okay? And don't go walking in Central Park just because you know the law and get kidnapped. Be smart, because some people don't come back. A kidnap oftentimes can turn into a murder or a murder-suicide. A husband can kidnap a wife, take her against her own will. Elements making up the crime of kidnapping. What did the justices say? Our leaders, truly our leaders, on behavior in the United States. All right, there are three elements. This is number one. The offender unlawfully seized. Look up your words, please do. Don't play, guys. Now, we can have a good time doing this thing. Learn the law. Stuff gonna keep folk out of trouble. Keep their records clean. Because whether you break the law intentionally or unintentionally, it don't matter to a judge. He don't care. She don't care. Okay? So I'm trying to help you guys. Ooh, I've seen a lot of youth just boo-hooing. You mean, the judge don't care. So I got to get you guys ready. I got to get your bootstraps on. Got to pull you up. Got to get your thinking cap on. Got to give you something to sustain yourself. You don't go running for solutions after you get arrested. Now, get your testing all done. Maybe you could take this, and you and your attorney could take it to the judge or your mommy and ask, can you have another shot at it? That now you know the law and know what's expected of you and what is not expected of you. I know what's expected of me now, Your Honor. You do. You do. What? Do you really know what you did? Yes, I do. How could you have known that? Not less Cop Tube America didn't have it all together for you guys. So appreciate that. A lot of adults doing some hard work. Okay? These videos are not edited. And I know I scratched my ear. Somebody said, I didn't know she scratched her. I know how kids think. I got a couple of them drop by my house, too. Hey. I love kids. Videos are not edited and they're not rehearsed. Okay? I had to say that. Now listen. The offender unlawfully seized, confines, entices, decoys, kidnaps, abducts, or carries away and holds for ransom, reward, or otherwise any person. Please learn these laws. If you know a friend, something that can happen. Teenagers aren't the only ones that can be kidnapped. No, people, wealthy people. Now, you know this. Let me tell you about that later. You know, listen. Number 2, the victim, dead or alive, is willfully transported in interstate or foreign commerce. Number 3, the offender travels interstate or foreign commerce or uses the mail or any means to further the crime. Going back to ransom. All right, seeking a reward. Some people can falsify a kidnap just to turn around, get the reward, and they were all friends involved in the kidnapping. You can't do that. You can't fake a kidnap. They're going to put you in. All right? Now let's move forward because we're moving very quickly now. What is the penalty? 15 years upwards to life in prison for this crime. Penalties, kidnapping, damages that occurred in the cure will begin at $5,000 plus cost of court. It ain't going to be hee-hee-ha-ha funny then if you're faking a kidnapping. All right? Because there are groups out there. And police do not play with this stuff. All right? Shame, shame, shame on you. Here, drop. Why would somebody want to do that when there's real kidnappers out there? A conspiracy charge can be added to most crimes, which increases or may double your sentence. Let me share with you about those young ladies in Ohio. They were kidnapped, held captive, prisoners in a house. Please know your communities and know them well. Know when people are missing. Know when people in the community move in and board up their houses and keep their curtains shut at all times. Something's going on. It's not that they don't want you to see in their house. They're trying to stop you from seeing in their house. People open up the blind when there's sunshine. As Mr. Smith never opens up his curtains, and when there's sun shining, there's something going on. Knock on his door and find out why don't he open up the blinds. Could be somebody up in that house. There's a lot of kids and teens have been kidnapped and folks don't open up the curtains, the blinds, they board up the windows, they do it all. They don't take care of their yards, nothing. There's all type of signs, guys. You could be a little nosy, not too nosy. Call the po-po if you suspect something. All right? For real. You have people locked away in houses. Too bad they don't have a housing inspection like they do with the projects. See, people didn't know that. They have housing inspectors. They come around and check them houses 24 hours a day. They go on a roll. All right, Section 8 do too. So I love these things. They're helpful programs. They help people so folk aren't homeless. It's not because people can't make a dollar. It's hard in America. All right? But know this one law right here. Kidnapping is no joke. It is to instill fear inside of a human being while the tears. And they may be sexually abusing the person or starving the person. People have problems. They do. But how do you avoid a kidnapping? Stay in places where people know you very, 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 very well. Okay? Don't be too provocative with your dressing. Alright? Cover up your stuff just a little bit. Say a little something for your hubby. Okay? Your future husband. Hey guys, pull up those pants so you ain't showing your butt crack. There's a lot of boys missing now. I'm here to tell you. So, gangs are horrible. But a kidnapper, he's off or she's off to themselves. And it's you and normally them. And they are very quiet. And they are very sneaky. And they are very cunning. And they are very to themselves. They're probably worse than a pedophile ever was when it comes to being sneaky. Because, boy, a kidnapper, they are something else. And they may have another friend involved. And they take turns on you. Okay? But they are very desperate people. Now, I don't know the total psychology behind a kidnapper. I'm not a psychiatrist. Neither am I a world-renowned therapist. But I will tell you this much. From what I know as a cop, they're not wrapped too tight. They're normally pitiful. Okay? They really are. They're pitiful human beings. Because as soon as you lock their behinds away, they start crying. Did y'all know that? They like locking other people away and confining other people. But as soon as you put them away, like that guy there in Ohio got 1,000 years for kidnapping those 3 girls. I'm going to tell you this much. He hung himself. He couldn't take it. He could not take being locked away, but he locked someone else away. He got tired probably of people coming, going in and out their lives. This is America. You can come and go as you well please. But let me share with you this before you turn to age 18 and do something very foolish that your parents teach you not to do. Don't put yourself in harm's way, guys. Don't go jogging in Central Park 2 a.m. in the morning. Don't walk these college campuses because some kidnappers, I told you there's 2, they say on each and every campus. Wow. Wow. And they can nab you. And people wonder where you are. They can take you and put you in a dark place, in a dungeon, or a closed-off room. Okay? Some kidnappers are very lonely people. Very lonely people. Okay? Loneliness is something else. And they'll steal you faster than a speeding bullet and lure you into their car and handcuff you. See, they got things called fisticuffs. Alright? They're little straps. And people they got all kind of things. Take the locks off the door as soon as you get in that car and shut that door. You can't get out. I wouldn't get into a car where somebody got blackened windows. I don't care if I do know you. For what reason? I want everybody to see me. Okay. You get somebody, you're going to regret the very day you didn't listen to what I said. There are people out here breaking these laws. And if you're out here breaking these laws, stop it. Stop it. It's unnecessary. It's an unnecessary evil. And if you do, one thing I hate is somebody to break the law and then they don't want to accept the punishment. Crocodile tears. Then they go reaching for the insanity plea. What? Yeah, all kind of tricks in court. They're scared of that sale. That's why they make court, they just draw it all out. Because the inevitable is going to happen. O.J. Simpson's scared of that sale, but he in one now. Scared. What they gonna do? How would you like to be locked away with a solid door and a little slit right through it? Maybe you'll eat today, maybe you won't. There's so many people incarcerated, 7.1 million people caught up in this system. And there's 2.2 actually locked, confined, like a box. Oh, people, they'll come out for a breath of air. Oh, please, let me see my attorney, just to get a glimpse of society once again. Don't do it. Just to get a look at another human being they ain't seen in months or weeks because they've been in that box. Don't do it. It's almost like being buried alive. All right? Told you. Just because TV show you this stuff, you know, they show you all kind of things on TV. Oh, look, prisons aren't all that bad. Don't believe it. Because once you're in the system, it's hard to get out of the system. Okay, because you had no business going there in the first place. Let's keep them noses clean. All right, guys, we're moving right along. Kidnapping is very simple. All right, we're going to get on to hostage taking. All right, same thing as kidnapping. It's a form. All right, you can't take anybody away for any length of period of time. Don't do it. Don't even play like you're doing it. Don't do it. Because even to act it out, somebody in your group of friends may try to cross that line on their own after y'all get up there in your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s and do something devilish like the man got caught in, I think he was up there in Michigan. And he had dug this serious tunnel. And he put chambers and had these young ladies locked away in an underground basement. For his pleasure. And right before he died, he told it. Wow. Think if he'd have not been so considerate and died, what would have happened? And they got the young ladies out. Okay, he went on in the wherever people like that go. So there's all kind of people. All right? It's very simple to do. It is so hateful. How can anybody do that? But people that are lonely will stoop to any level, including breaking the law. And it's hard to get a hold of a kidnapper because they're very quiet people. All right? They're just very, very quiet because they don't want nobody to know what they're doing. All right? All right, guys. Be careful. Y'all watch after one another. Please, watch after one another. All right, let's get on lesson number 49. We're moving right along. I told you, we're speeding it up. And then after that, there's a subject called entrapment. And we're going to take a little breath on that one. Because knowing the laws, you can't cry entrapment. All right? Let's move forward. You guys are bright. I don't want to hear any more. Let's get rid of a thing called kidnapping, but it's going to be hard because you're the bait. If there's one kidnapper, one person can kidnap hundreds of people, 50 people, 5, 1, anything they want. One kidnapper can kidnap a lot of people. So don't be a victim. Think. Think, think, think. 24 hours a day. Think, 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 think. Every time them eyes open, before they go, lock them windows, lock them doors. Because they'll come right through your window. And they'll come right through your door. Make sure the basement is secure. You don't need no basement. Basement window for what? Put bars on that thing. And make sure the bars are hankered down. People will kidnap folk and take them off. And some people will fake a kidnap knowing that they murdered their own child. Or their own niece, nephew, friend, whatever. But we're not going to get into that. We're talking about real, live kidnappers. They're here. They are here. And it's a scary thing. Go in the weight room, lift some weights. Do something, fight back. Don't let somebody just take you off somewhere. No. But I guarantee you, you get caught kidnapping anybody, a girlfriend, a boyfriend. Kidnappers want people to listen to them. Yes, they do. I want you to listen to me. If not, I'll kidnap you. I'll make you listen. What? Yes, they do. So reread your book. Don't forget. Do a little reading here. You can read the CopTube America Handbook prior to and get freshed up on your lessons and understand where I'm going. Okay, so you can listen well. But you do have the videos for a year. And after you pass your test, you can just keep looking at the videos. All right? We're not going to forget you. All right? We're not going to abandon you. We have so many things, so many ways of you guys keeping in contact with us and us with you. We're going to have so many different little sites and all. It's going to be fun. All right? Everybody at CopTube America and the supporters, we love you guys. All right? And you can trust us. And the minute you can, contact me right away. CopTube America did what? Tell me the name, rank, and the serial number. You know what that means. I need their name and address. All right? So we can talk to that person. Anybody that's linked with us. Break the law. Let me know. Let Mr. Bob Robinson know. All right? Don't keep it a hush-hush and a secret my behind. I don't play. Y'all know I don't play now. Okay. Don't make your futures bleak. He's an 800-pound gorilla. Leave him alone. Go have fun. Learn the law and learn how to have fun in the boundaries, within the walls and the confines and the boundaries of the law. All right? There's so much to be done out here. So much fun you can have. So many different ways of making money. You don't have to break the law to have fun. And then, if you look at it that way, then you'll never have to worry about anything, will you? No. All right. Let's move forward. You can do it. You can do it, guys. Have faith. You can do anything. Faith the size of a mustard seed. You got just a little bit of faith on you. And you can do marvelous things. Marvelous things.
The weight of my mistakes depends on how I feel. Don't let it bring you down. The weight of what I say depends on how you feel. But I don't wanna bring